Oh, y'all, look, I don't have on my my R&B hat today. I'm giving Pirates of the Caribbean. Y'all, excuse me. Let's see. We have here today. Y'all gonna have to look, y'all. Y'all know I'm silly. So let me go back to the chat. We got Miss Janesta, my fellow Detroit sister, always holding it down. Y'all, I want to be like Janesta when I grow up. Okay, I want to be more on time. Okay, and then we have Chelsea. How are you, cutie pie? How are you doing today? And then, yes, y'all, we finally made it to 400, y'all. I don't know what it is. I got to figure it out. My fellow masterminders or other people, I got to figure it out. I get all these views, y'all. I got like over 110,000 views. And maybe I'm confusing my audience. Maybe they like one thing and they then get to something else. They like, I can't rock with what she talking about. And then they don't they don't subscribe. Y'all, I don't know what's up. Yes, y'all. Thank y'all for joining the live stream, y'all. I'm here, y'all. It's been a lot going on, y'all. If you have been on my community tab, it's real ghetto. Okay. Hello, Sister Amethyst. How are you? I'm so happy to see you. And yes, like Amethyst says, please bless the like button, y'all. One time, one time. Thank you. Look, where Mashawn? I think I saw your comment, Mashawn. She said, it's gonna put you to sleep. So I'm gonna find something a little more upbeat. You know what? You're not the first to tell me, but thank you for being here despite no notification. I appreciate you. And then yes, Smoke and Talk always, y'all. Smoke and Talk always supporting in everybody's chat. They go live today. Please make sure to drop Smoke and Talk. Messy Mashawn, we judge. Okay, everybody judges. Respectfully, yes, I'm so thankful and honored to have the one and only. Okay, she be on it. When I say Mashawn, the titles of your videos always make me weak AF. Okay, you had the one. Was it yesterday? The SNAP benefits is snapping off. Mashawn, I was crying. I said, y'all, Mashawn is a mess. Oh my gosh, she's so creative. Let's see. Yes, everybody's saying hello to Messy Mashawn. Please drop Mashawn's channel in the chat. Yep, here it is. She says gonna put her to sleep. Let's see. Who else we got here? Yes, please like the video, y'all. Look, I'm trying to look cute and professional. We're gonna talk about that today for today's first episode of my wife series, okay? Thank you, Miss Shine. Look, I'm trying to be like you when I grow up on YouTube. My goal is to get to 1K subscribers by what are we at? We're in March. So by June, that's my goal. I think that if I didn't work and do other things, I would probably have more time to put out content because this is a full-time job to be a content creator. I am doing this when I am supposed to be asleep first thing in the morning when the kids are not here, on my breaks, so I just do what I can to get things in, and that's just how we're gonna be. Yes, mastermind gang in the building. Thank you, Janesta. I do my best. And thank you, Smoke and Talk. Look, I am happy. I was surprised I got 4 of y'all to subscribe. So to get to 400, I am more than thankful and appreciative because, and they do, Mashawn, they be ninja watching. Okay, the ghost watchers. You don't gotta lurk in the back. You can come down from the clouds, hit the subscribe button. Even if you don't want to chat, just subscribe to the channel. Okay, I have like 1,600, 1,700 watch hours. I'm getting there. Okay, and I also would like to be monetized by June as well. Okay, this is one part to my strategy to exit my 9 to 5, and I need your support so I can bring more content. Okay, so please. Yeah, they may watch for months too. You're correct about that. And also I'll say this. I never bully people to subscribe to my channel either. Because I understand that what I talk about, and that's probably true for anybody's channel, everybody's channel, what they talk about, and even who the person is first and foremost, they're not going to be your cup of tea. So they probably want to get a little more buy-in I suspect, before they subscribe to a person's channel. But if you've been watching for 6 months, I mean, damn, what else could you see? What else are you waiting for me to do? Okay, before you subscribe, stop playing. Okay. And Rashawn said it's soothing. Thank you. Yes, what up, though? Thank you, Theo, for being here. Yes, y'all, please subscribe to Theo. Let me tell y'all, Theo's been so consistent. Mashawn is consistent, okay? They be on it. Mashawn, you put a fire under me yesterday when you were talking about, I think you were off or something like that from work, and you said y'all put me to work anyway because here y'all come with the new things that's coming up. It's like having to be an investigative journalist, okay? When these new things come up, we need to talk about it as a community, okay? Let me see. Y'all laughing at me? Hey, T Sweets, how are you, beautiful? Yes, please subscribe to Messy Mashawn. And T Sweets is saying good afternoon to everybody. And yes, subscribe to Smoke and Talk. They go live tonight at 7 p.m. It's a family affair over there. Brothers and the sister, husband and wife with the brother working together to share the good word. Okay, put some information, have important conversations because people are out of control out here. Yes, wife series, okay? Because let me tell y'all something, y'all. It's a journey, okay? There was a video I dropped earlier this week that talked about marriage is not the final stop, and it's not. As long as you're married, you're going to have work to do, okay? Know that. By 9 to 5, hello, okay? There's just so many things that I'm working on. I do have a family. I have been a stay-at-home mother before, went back into the workforce. The way things are going now, you really, unless you have a significant earning household member, you both more than likely will have to work. And so we've made it work. It's not been a big deal. But at this point, because I want to be more part of the things that my children do. For the most part, I have been blessed to have the ability to pick and choose the things that I want to do professionally. But at this point, just time outside of my home is just time that I really don't want to have to give up. I'm thankful for what I do. I really truly believe now in my career, I'm doing something that is impactful and is changing the lives for children and family, but my family comes first. So with that being said, and this allows me to do things where I can impact people in a different type of way. And you just want to do things on your own terms. And so that's what you want to do. And we're going to talk about that too, as young women who want to be wives with the mindset of a wife. You need to have that mindset today. Hello, hashtag no more 9 to 5. Yes. Mashawn said, stop playing. Yes, Mashawn. And I said, wait a minute. I said, we was just in mastermind together. She hopped off in it. Mashawn, do not be playing, y'all. Do not let other people keep you from doing what you need to do. Use your peers around you to motivate you and encourage you. We are not in competition with one another. I hang out with all of you guys and I like to learn different things from everybody because I want to grow. I don't know everything. I only been YouTubing personally for 4 or 5 months now, maybe. I've always been a content creator. I have a family channel, MD3 Kids TV. My kids run that, but I run it. But I got a little story to tell y'all too. Hold on, what Theo say? Mashawn be killing me. I heard her say, and I quote, once GoFundMe and OnlyFans go away, I'm Lord help us. Yes, it's going to be a sad day for women. If you think that the crime rates, I don't know if you remember, but some of the fastest growing, and it's very sad, age groups for incarceration are girls between 10 and 17. Okay. I got that from the Sentencing Project. I shared those stats 2 weeks ago, which means that women, we got to get it together at a younger age. Men, if you have daughters, you should be increasing your presence as much as you can in your daughter's life to get a hold of her, because 10 is too young. Okay. 14 is too young. This is why my channel is geared towards young women, because if you my age and up, if you 30 and up and you don't have a certain type of mindset, you can't be helped. It's too late for you. You're too far gone. Okay. And then what does Michonne say? If OF and GoFundMe goes away, I'm taking a week off from work to report on it. Hello, because it's going to be in shambles. Michonne just told us yesterday in Portland, they've shut down how many Walmarts? Okay. The good mamas, it's mad. They big mad. Okay. That they don't got nowhere to go to continue their ratchet activities. Okay. And their bad ass unsupervised kids don't got nowhere to go to conduct their criminal activities. But we're going to leave that to the side because what we're going to do today is we're trying to keep you from going down a path where you have no order in your life. Because if you don't got no husband and you just having children, you won't have any order. It's pure chaos. Okay. What it do, Juice? Thank you for being here. Juice has a channel. Please drop Juice's channel in the chat. Yes, please add Chelsea. Let me tell y'all about Chelsea though. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was Chelsea put a fire under me so tough. Chelsea had an amazing stream Wednesday night, y'all. Please, Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In the months that I've been keeping up with Chelsea, Chelsea and I are sisters outside of YouTube. Okay. We hang out together and we have conversations. Chelsea is not playing out here. Okay. Chelsea is so close to 1,000 subscribers. Okay. She is like right there. She probably already has the watch hours by now. She needs y'all support because she is wife ready today. Okay. She is a young woman telling other women, this is what you need to do. Okay. Chelsea made a modern woman resume. Okay. So innovative. My old age at 37, I ain't think about that. Okay. But it inspired me because along with other things, okay, with the King Pookie going around out here, to put in perspective, you have to design the life that you want for yourself to the best of your ability. We can't control everything, but you can control the controllables. And that's what Chelsea did when she set up there and displayed that resume. And yes, if you do have a channel, to my other sister, hello to the beautiful Gail. I'm so happy to see you, sister. How are you? How are the family? How are the babies? I saw the beautiful pictures of the mountains that you shared with us. I thank you for sharing that with us. Gail is another woman that highlights the foolishness in the community among American women. And we're not just talking about Black women. It ain't just Black women. It's all of us that don't have no sense. And she talks about how, as women, how can we adapt the things that our mothers and grandmothers before us, what were they doing to get husbands and families successfully? Why we're not incorporating some of those things today? So she highlights that. She does a beautiful job at her compilation videos. It takes a lot of time and research to do those things. It's not just about, we gonna just go and find other people content. No, you need to put it into perspective. Gail does a phenomenal job of doing that as well. So please drop Gail's channel in the chat. Okay. Let's see. Yes, you are a wife. Hello. And aloha, Monarch Travel. Thank you for being here. All right. Look, you still waiting on that stir fry? Look, I'm going to ship some to you FedEx. Okay. My children tore that stir fry up. And my son has been so on me about this stir fry. I'm thankful I have children that eat vegetables because I never had to beg them. I mean, we went through the toddler phases of picking and choosing things, but they've always been good. My son's more than my daughter. And when I say they ate seconds, they would have ate thirds if I would have said, hold on now, daddy got to eat. Okay. It was just that fire. And so I do those type of things on my channel as well. But I appreciate the support. And yes, it was fire. Hey, Almond Eyes, thank you for being here. Almond Eyes, she be holding it down. She gonna tell it straight, no chaser, okay? Yeah, 10 is too young to be in juvenile. But unfortunately, because these children have no discipline, they have no order, their mothers are TikToking. They're TikToking with their daughters. They're taking their children to do crimes, okay? The mothers themselves are out on OF dates, okay, back paging it up where the children are unattended and they have no other adults to provide them with positive guidance and support. And then unfortunately, you have children who are left to their own devices, and then they are emulating things that they see from both peers and social media, and then they're going out here, and then you getting a phone call, and then you talking about, oh Lord, not my baby. It's not 2 Walmarts then closed down. There's a lot of, if you don't know, if you've not been outside, I go outside in real life, a lot of things are shutting down. Lord, they closed the Sally Beauty down. Lord, they closed that down. They're closing everything down. Okay. We are headed towards a recession again. State, you need to keep your eyes open. So what does T Sweet say? Reason I work with the youth to help bring some structure and some wisdom. Absolutely. And that's one of the things that I say to young women. We've talked about this 2 weeks ago on this channel when we talked about women. What can we do? Because we are being called out by men. The good women are. The good women, not the good mamas, but the good women, the lionesses are being called out because men are saying, we don't see you out here doing things. Okay. And so T Sweets is doing the exact thing that we talked about. You don't got to be a baby mama to help the community. You can go and reach back to the younger girls before they're 10, okay, or right at 10, and you can mentor them, be a good example, and be consistent with those young girls to maybe spark a desire to want to do something positive with their lives. Okay. Hold on. Y'all, YouTube been hating on me. I thought I was getting an email from them, y'all. We're going to talk about that. And so Theo is giving us some information. So he says, oh yeah, I'm going live Sunday. I'm going to be talking only content creation. I've done this once before. If you make content or want me to check it out Sunday. So Theo is offering to give us YouTubers who are desiring to grow our channels. Theo has had an explosive start in growth with his channel. And so he's offering some of his advice to say, okay, here are some things you want to consider. You don't got to do it his way, but he's just another person that's here to give some information. He's also a part of the Lead Attorneys Mastermind. Okay, I'm in the mastermind. Mashan is also in the mastermind. Almond Eyes is in the mastermind. So we are there to get support from the lead attorney, who was like one of the top YouTubers in this country. And so he's giving us the game. You will probably never have a chance to talk with him in the way we do on and in the mastermind. And it's also one of the only spaces for Black content creators to come together, but you don't have to be Black to come into his space. But definitely it's worth the money. And Theo was offering, it sounds like, to do some audits of your content. So I think this is a great opportunity to get some feedback so you can maybe tweak some things to get some different results for the growth of your channel. So let me know if I heard you correctly. Yeah. Oh, hello. Let me tell y'all, Miss Maggie, phenomenal channel, The Wives Club. Please drop The Wives Club here in this chat. Okay. Maggie personally had an opportunity to speak with the late, great Kevin Samuels because she was also on her path to becoming wife ready to do some things. She had already been a wife. And then we also have 3 other women, Lisa, Hermisha, and AV on the panel as a part of the channel where they talk about different topics as women who have also been former wives, current wives, or future wives. So please check them out tonight. All wives are welcome, okay? Please, you will not be disappointed. Phenomenal content. And we love Maggie. Maggie has been one of my biggest supporters, encouraging me to start my channel because I also fell into the, if you are 35 and up, you have some information that others can find valuable. And one of the things that when I also audit my own content the best that I can. And the one thing that I never wanted to have my channel be about is where I'm just giving criticism but not giving solutions. And I hope that in all the videos that I do, I'm providing some sense of a solution, not just coming on here like I know it all. Because one thing, if you've watched me long enough, I don't know everything. Okay, I'm here to learn from you all as well, and I'm still learning through life. Hopefully you are still learning. If you, Lord willing, you still here. And then what does Janessa say? I enjoyed the broadcast on Wednesday. Absolutely. And then Mashawn says she's just a sub to Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea is so professional. She's on it. All right. Yes, please check out Maggie. She's going to teach you about how to cook for you and your family and your man, because we're going to talk about this. Wives are wives before they get the ring. Okay. You do that today. Okay. Yep. Gail's content's phenomenal. Look, we got here the one and only, the beautiful Miss Felicia, always supporting, especially women. Okay, heavy on lead attorneys channel. She's a mod for him, and she's just amazing, so supportive. So I appreciate you for being here. Yes, please like the video, y'all. Okay, it's been 25 minutes. I do not the children do these veggies. Hold on. Oh God. Look, I would shoot my shot, but I'm too much of a heathen for you. I thank you for respecting her, even though you're not a heathen, Theo. Okay. Yes, BioWalk. I got mine from IKEA like a decade ago. I need to get a new one because the handle that came off. I still use it, child. It's so ghetto. Yes, check out Smoke and Talk. Hello, my sister, my sexy is strong. She goes live today as well at 4 p.m. Okay, so please check her out. And hello to the beautiful Celeste. Please drop my sexy is strong channel in the chat. And I gotta do a couple things with you guys too. Yes, please subscribe to her channel. See, y'all on it. I'm so behind. Ooh wee. Wife ready. Okay, because we're gonna talk about that today. Okay. We do need a Detroit meetup. I was just talking to somebody about that. So let me know, guys, when y'all want to do it, preferably when there's no snow. Okay. Even though the snow really is not that bad out there, they lied to us. All right. Ooh, I haven't been to NYC since I was 17, y'all. This has been a long time. Okay. I am planning on taking my husband and I are planning on taking the kids there probably in the summertime soon. Yes, take care of your work responsibilities, Chelsea. We will be here. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Yep, free game Sundays. That should be your show, Theo. Yep, getting on that mastermind. Hey, Condemnia. I'm so happy to see you here. Yes, amazing channel. So this is what Theo is saying. I don't claim to know everything. I've only been doing this for 8 months, but I have learned quite a bit. Bring your questions. So Q&A on Sunday. So what does my sis say? Yes, solutions are necessary. I don't respect just blanket criticism. It's counterproductive. Absolutely. And that's one of the things that I want to do today is continue to offer those solutions. And also, I'm looking to you guys in the chat to provide solutions as well, because I'm just here speaking from my perspective, from my wife role, as I've been a wife for legally, I've been a wife for almost 13 years, but probably for 15, considering the time and the energy that I spent getting things set up in preparation. Okay. And this is not just for, again, I'm primarily focused on younger women, but this is for any woman that desires marriage. Okay. You can be married beyond the age of 30, 35. It just will require a little bit more work. Okay. But you can do it because we all still got to work. Like I said, the marriage is not the end game. You still got work to do. You want to sustain your marriage and keep a healthy marriage. Yes. So, yeah, we've been together for 15 years, legally married for 13 years. So, what I want to do today is we're just going to have a conversation about what wife life looks like. Okay. Again, this is my perspective. But I want to show a video before we get into that. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen because before we get into that, we need to understand what men want, because too often as women, we are listening to other women and they don't even know what they're talking about for the majority of us. If you do not come from a family full of wives, have never spoken to a wife, if you're in a sister circle of women that are not wife minded themselves and you are desiring to be a wife, it's counterproductive and you're not really getting the actual information that you need, instead of just pulling things out the air and making things up as you go. Okay. You need to have some information. And again, this is not necessarily true for all men, but again, there are some foundational things that I believe that men will tell you that they desire. Okay. So I'm just going to show this video. All right. Let me make sure I have my window pulled up though. All right. And please like the video. Look, y'all. Let me move this down a little bit. This is so ghetto. All right, hold on, y'all. Thank y'all for my all right. I'm just looking at something. I'm trying to see if I don't want to share my entire screen. Okay, here we go. Let me know if you guys cannot hear the audio. Okay. Oh, Lord. Here we go. The ghetto struggle. Hold on, y'all. Let me go back and do something else. I don't know. I got to figure out why my stuff is just taking forever to download. Okay, here we go, y'all. And please hit the like button one time for the struggle. And tell me if you can't hear the sound. Again, this is so ghetto. I don't know why this is not playing. Let me do this. I'm going to try one more thing.
The top 3 things a man wants in a woman. But number 1 would be peace. Man, we deal with a lot outside. So when we come home, we want to be able to relax and for you to be.
Can y'all hear it?
To just unwind. Number 2 would be support. We want a woman that pushes us to, achieve more than even we see in ourselves.
Can y'all hear it?
Third thing I would say would be woman that's accountable. A lot of men don't feel like we can express ourselves to our woman without getting our head bit off in response. A man wants to be able to sit down with his woman and voice his concerns, and she take it in and doesn't take it personal and actually works on it to improve the relationship. So if it was 3 things that men want in women, it's peace, it's support, and it's accountability.
Things men want in a wife. Number 1, physical attraction. I mean, guys want a good-looking girl. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, y'all don't want a dusty-ass dude, do you? And I'm not even saying you have to be the best-looking girl in the room. You don't. Us guys want a girl that takes care of her appearance, takes pride in it. And number 2, cooperation and accountability. And before y'all start dropping hate comments, just listen up for 1 motherfucking minute. That's why you're still single, because you don't listen. You can't take accountability. Being accountable for your actions is the most attractive thing in a woman. Why? Because not many women can do that. Not being able to admit your wrongs to a guy shows you lack emotional intelligence, which means you really should have never been in a relationship before.
If you guys wanted to get married, what would you look for in a wife?
What I require from a wife is fun. If there's one word, it's cooperativeness. What does that mean? That you have a wife, a partner that is going to ride or die with you towards the same goal, towards the same end. Yeah? That is the fundamental quality that I require from a woman. Beauty will fade.
You need to stop looking at you being single as a bad thing. It's not. Think of it like this. If you are not where you need to be mentally, forget physically, but regarding your self-esteem, your confidence in yourself, what makes you think that you'll be able to attract the right person for you? Right now, what you're going to be able to receive is only a man that's at that level where you are right now. Do you hope to be at this same level 5 years from now? So why would you want a partner, a life partner, a husband right now but you're not even able to receive. Think about it.
What you looking for, if anything?
Just looking for something real right now.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm not playing around no more.
Oh, so you used to play around?
I was.
But
I'm 24 now. So,
what's your definition of playing around, though?
you know, just dating and just not going nowhere.
Interesting. I feel that. Hold your man down even through like hard times.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm going through a lot. Real rocky time for me financially right now, and like mentally.
Yeah.
I just hope that's not like turning you off or anything, but I just want to be upfront.
Because I think that you have a good head on your shoulders, and like you said, you're a hustler. Hustlers, they're gonna make it through.
You don't care that I'm going through financial stuff.
No, everyone goes through something.
For sure. Yeah, sure.
You don't know, then sucker, yes, now you know.
All right, y'all. So y'all got a lot of stuff going on in the chat. But what did y'all think about what the men had to say regarding what they expect from a wife or what wives should bring as far as their qualities? Any feedback regarding that? Fellas, did you agree with what most of the men or most of what the men had to say about qualities that they would like to see in a wife? Please let me know in the chat. And so what did Coach Harry? And Coach Harry, I don't know if I ever seen you before, but thank you for being here. I appreciate you so very much. If you are enjoying my content, please consider subscribing, okay? And then, hold on, let me scroll up. And so Smoke and Talk said true story. And then what do we have? So my sis said there was a common theme. And I've heard this since I was a child from men I knew and grew up around. So you tell me what that common theme was. But let's hear what the men had to say. Because I want to hear. And so Theo agrees as well. So yeah, you can go ahead, my sis. Tell me what the common theme is. Hey, honey. Hello. All right.
How's the live stream going?
It's going great. Okay.
I'm
Peace
glad to
out.
hear that.
Okay.
Where's
Thank
your iPad?
Y'all, don't fall for that, Chelsea. Kids don't never want nothing till you doing something, right? No, but it's all good. That's my girl. Yes, that's my little one, my youngest one, Kenzie. Yes. Don't come back over here. No. You trying to steal the show. Goodbye. Okay, bestie. All right. She is a sweet girl. She is amazing. She's total opposite of a child than I was. So what does my sis say? So she found the common theme that the men said, which was cooperation and accountability. Absolutely. She said, oh, I love when the kids visit the streams. Girl, your daughter is your twin, my sis. Goodness gracious. And then what does T Sweet say? Cooperative, peace, attractive, and I missed one. Okay. Y'all laughing. But accountability, 100%. When I think about, any one particular word that would stick out to me, it would be two words. It would be cooperation and accountability. But I almost think that cooperation trumps accountability in a marriage. But I want to hold off on going into that because I want to go over a survey that was done by Forbes. So a survey was done back in, hold on. Y'all, the ads kill me on the website, y'all. I cannot. So I'm going to share my screen one more time because I want you to look at this survey that was done. Hold on just a second, because we're going to look at this. So this was a survey that was completed. This was published back in 2010, but I would suspect that a lot of these things still reign true. Can you guys see the video? See the screen? Okay. So These are the top 10 traits that men want in a wife. Okay. So this was done by some sociologists out of the University of Pittsburgh and also out of the University of Iowa. Yeah. Here you go. We're gonna call Skylar.
Yeah.
Okay. And then this was a 2008 survey asking men to rank attractive qualities of a potential spouse. But then they also compared these results to what men wanted back in the 1900s. Okay. So at number 10, men ranked ambition and industriousness as an important characteristic of a wife. Okay. So they say, despite this pervasive stereotype that men are quote unquote intimidated by ambitious women, men rank this trait ahead of others like refinement, being a good cook, and having similar religious backgrounds, although it's not high on their list. It is clear that men find a woman's drive, determination, and energy attractive qualities in a life partner. Okay, so that was number 10. So number 9 is desire for home and children. Y'all can see what I've been looking up. Leggings, y'all. Love me some good leggings. Okay, gym life. A woman's desire for home and children has become less attractive to men over time. In 1939, men ranked it as number 6. As women have increasingly achieved similar levels of education and career status, men may have begun to perceive them as more equal partners. How to divide the labor of home and work isn't as obvious as it was to their grandparents' generation. So that is interesting. I want to hear what y'all got to say. I'm just going to continue to read. I can't see you guys' comments because I'm doing this. Number 8. So this is interesting. Good looks. Women's looks have become increasingly important to men over the years. The trait has jumped up 7 spots from number 15 in 1956. Looks did not make the top 10 list of what women want in a husband, but it has become more important to them over time, jumping from number 18 to number 12. Perhaps because modern marriages are more likely based on love and attraction rather than practicalities like wealth or status. Physical attractiveness is more desirable. Now, I'm going to speak to physical desirableness from a woman's perspective. Hello, Gym is life. Yeah, we like to do information around here because I don't want to seem like I'm just pulling stuff out the air. Okay. I don't want to seem like it's just from a woman's perspective, because how will we know as wives where to go if we don't know or have a survey of information to pull from to determine what we should be placing a priority on outside of other things that could be obvious to us as well. But that's only if we have self-awareness, because that is important and key. All right. So let me go back to this article. So looks are important, but men, I think, will go down in looks for other qualities. Okay, men, let me know if I'm correct. Number 7, good health is important. Okay, for to a husband when it comes to a wife. Men look for good health in a potential wife, but it is slightly less important to them today than it was in the past. Men, tell me, do you think that health or in a woman is actually more important today than it was probably in the 90s or even in the early 2000s? Let me know what you think, gentlemen. But in the 1930s and again in the 70s, they ranked the woman's health at number 5. They are smart to rank it fairly high on their marriage material list. Both sexes are living well into their 70s and often older, making a good health a predictor of a long-lasting marriage, which I agree. Health is wealth, okay? And we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. Number 6 is sociability. Most men and women rank sociability at number 6 on their list of mate preferences. And for both sexes, it has been steadily moving up from the list from around number 12 in 1939. Because today's married couples are more likely to be friends and have mutual circles of friends, it makes sense that this has become a more attractive characteristic. Now, I will say, it makes sense for a man to have a woman that is that feminine aspect, right? That friendly aspect, because men want women that can be brought around certain circles, right? If you're going to a work event if you are just being able to carry yourself, appropriately in communities, you need to be able to know how to carry yourself in public. How many videos have we talked about on my channel of women acting out of pocket? Okay. You have to conduct yourself accordingly. Nobody wants to be going to jail tonight. Don't nobody just get bail money like that. We need to be able to, have conversations with other people beyond just what's comfortable for us as well. All right. So then we got number 5, pleasing disposition. Men place a potential wife pleasing disposition at number 5 and have included it in their top 5 traits since the 1930s. So I just talked about this. Men are placing priority on your femininity and your attitude over your overall appearance. Now, that doesn't mean that your health and being in shape is not important, but even if you don't fit the quote unquote typical look when it comes to beauty, or you don't fit the beauty standards, right? A man is probably willing to compromise on that, especially if even if you're not where you want to be fitness wise. A man can work with you on that. But if your attitude is out of whack, ladies, if you're not cooperative, if you're combative all the time, you walking around with the resting bitch face all the time, a man is not going to tolerate that. Okay. And then number 4, education and intelligence. So this is interesting. A woman's education and intelligence are more attractive to men than ever before. This characteristic has been steadily climbing the ranks of men's desires for decades, up from number 11. This was back in 1939, which makes sense because back then women were not educated as much formally and traditionally as much as men were, right? So now that women are receiving 60% of college degrees and half are in the workforce, men are looking for women who are both intelligent and educated, or in other words, more accomplished and interesting. So ladies, men don't want just a woman that looks good. Okay, you can look good, you can be fit, but beyond that, besides looking good, being fit, and bringing your box, can you carry an intellectual conversation? Okay. Also, if you are a woman that can carry by intellectual, I don't mean you got to use big words. I'm saying, can you talk about current events, right? Do you have any type of solid morals and standards and express yourself in a way that makes sense? Men don't want airheads. They don't. And you're proving my point right there. Men care about your attitude, right? Can you carry a conversation? Are you pleasant to be around? Those are things that men value. Okay. And then what did Chelsea say? That's good to hear. Men are still looking for intelligent women. Absolutely. But let me say this too. There's some educated dummies. Okay. It was an educated dummy just telling me weeks ago that single women raise children better than 2-parent households, like across the board. And then I asked for the information. They couldn't even pull it up and show me because they know they were capped. What does Chelsea say? A in academics, a D in dating. Absolutely. Okay. Let's continue because we almost there. Number 3, emotional stability and maturity. Y'all, I think we just heard men say that in that compilation that I just did about men wanting women who are mature. Okay. It says here that both men and women consistently cite emotional stability and maturity as one of the most attractive traits in a potential spouse. While men often fall victim to the stereotype of prioritizing physical attraction, when it comes to a potential wife, they want a woman who is grounded and secure in herself. Women also place maturity at number 3 on their lists of good husband material. I can agree. Men don't want childish women. That doesn't mean that you're not going to be immature as a woman on some areas, especially if you lack the experience and you've never encountered that situation. But you're definitely going to have to be mature. Okay, you can't be 23, 24 trying to act like you're 14. But that's what the reality is for a lot of women in today's society. Very childish. Number 2 of important traits for a wife to a husband. Dependable character. Throughout the 20th century, a woman's dependable character has been a top priority for men who ranked it at number one as far back as 1939. Like women, men want a life partner who will be trustworthy, faithful, and reliable. 100%. Okay? 100%. They want that. And we're going to touch base on that too when we start to talk about women preparing yourselves. Okay? You can't have them satellites around when you looking for a husband. Okay? You can't place the blame on a man and try to act like he's your child and he's a grown man. Okay? You can't say you're going to do something and not hold up. That's that accountability, not hold up to your end of the arrangement. Okay? Men want wives who are going to stand by their side. Okay? So that is attractive to a man. And number one, mutual attraction and love. Okay? Above all, men want to marry a woman they love and are attracted to. While this may seem like a given, the quote unquote love marriage is a modern development. Men started this trait at number one just a couple of decades ago, y'all, in the mid 1980s. Earlier in the 20th century, dependability, emotional maturity, and a pleasing disposition ranked higher than love. Now, both men and women are marrying for love first and foremost, and marriages have become unions of passion, friendship, support, and mutual attraction. I would say I agree with that. What do you guys think? And yes, y'all, if you'd like to support me, it's not an obligation, but if you would like to support, please do so. I'm going to put the Cash App right there. You can screenshot it as well if you want to do that to provide that support. But you being here, liking, sharing this stream is more than enough, okay? So let me go back to the chat. So what do y'all think about that 10 list of things that men find to be desirable? What do y'all think? I definitely see that attraction as far as do you feel that person? Period. I mean, just I think that's separate from looks, right? Have you ever dated somebody that was like they looked real good, but there was no attraction there? Yeah. Yeah, that's a deal breaker. You can't be out in public on the tabletops screaming to the mountaintops, showing your whole ass or being disrespectful to the waiter. That's not okay. You want to be accordingly. So what? Hold on. I got my Ceci is strong. Told me to check my phone. See, yeah, and if you do send me anything, please let me know because I don't be checking this phone. Hold on, y'all. I got too many windows open. All right, so let me check my Cash App. All right, so who we got here? Thank you to my Sexy is Strong for being today's sponsor so far for the $5 Cash App. I so appreciate you for your support. I is so very appreciated, especially when it comes from the women in this space, because I know that I don't talk about topics that are easy to hear and that are the most appreciated. Okay, especially coming from a woman, because apparently if men can't say nothing to the women, and then even when the women say something, it's still a problem. So I appreciate your support. And yes, thank you. And then what does my sis say? Yes, I definitely have dated a fine dummy. Girl, fine dummies. It's just too many of them. Okay. And then let me go back to see if I missed anything. So Janessa says, don't use too much profanity and don't be too loud. Yeah, the loudness is another one. Let me see if I missed something. She said, I graduated college with intelligent dummies. Facts. Intelligent fools. And then Theo says, I hate dumb women. I don't care if she 11 out of 10. Cute, dumb chicks are useless outside of sex. Yes, recreational use only. RUOs. Men will tell you. So then what does Theo say? Hold on. I think I read that one already. Hold on. Yes, it benefits a man to have a woman that can mingle, especially from a business aspect. Absolutely. As wives, you're going to have to be prepared to do that. You know, even when you don't want to, you're going to have to be uncomfortable with being a little social. Okay. So I want to just show y'all really quickly. I want to show y'all something. So let me share my screen because we're just going to have some quick conversations about, let's see. Just a quick little outline. Okay. Can y'all see my screen? Let me know in the chat. I'm actually going to go on my actual channel to see, because this whole presentation is in full screen, y'all. And thank you to Coach Harry for subscribing to the channel. All right, so this is the wife life lessons. We're not going to be all day, okay? Because there's so many things that we can break down, okay? And we don't have enough time to be here all day. Other people got things to do, okay? So I wanted to kind of key in on, from a woman's perspective, the things that we should be doing. And to be quite frank, being wife ready really starts in childhood, in my opinion. And the reason why I say this is because as a child, my hopes would be that either you have your mother and father in the home and they are being examples, and especially your mother as how she engages with your father. And then also, if you don't even have a mother and a father to learn that from, maybe you have other family members. Okay. If you don't know, I come from a single parent home. My mother and my father were not together. I don't even truly believe they even had a relationship. Okay. My mother had been a wife though. My mother is an amazing woman, but it didn't work out for whatever reason. And I never got the full story. And at this point, I don't even think it matters for me because it is what it is. So I just want to talk about the things that I had to come to my own understanding about when it comes to being wife ready, because I had to learn a lot. Okay. I had to separate myself. I had to put my pride to the side. I had to listen. Okay. To become wife ready. Because you think you have everything figured out and you don't. So one of the things that I had to learn is that wives are proactive. Okay. Oftentimes when we think about proactiveness, we tend to think about a man's role as far as being a leader. Okay. Oh, thank you, Chelsea. Look, I'm learning from you. And let me just do something too right quick. Let me exit out of this because I want to move something right quick, because I don't want to block the screen. All right. So when we talk about wives being proactive, wives are not waiting around for their situations to change. Too often do we hear stories of, and I shared that one video of that woman talking about, enjoy your singleness. So two things can be true at once, right? Yes, you should be enjoying your singleness, right? As a young adult woman. But don't enjoy your singleness to the point that you're aging yourself out of the game, if that makes sense. You're going to sit around on your thumbs expecting a man, or your man, let's say your man, because I don't like to say a man, because you want your husband, your man, your fiance. You can't sit on your thumbs thinking that the man is going to fall out the sky and you can just think about him. You're going to wait, because you'll be 25, then you'll be 30, then you'll be 40, then you will be 50 with no husband, no children. Hope and because you would rather not be a baby mama. Okay, let's just keep it a buck. You don't want to spend your good young years thinking that you have all the time in the world. I'm going to talk about that. So you need to be proactive. Okay, you have to act like this is a crisis situation. Something is on fire if you are desiring to be a wife. Okay, that is how serious you have to be with this. I wanted to show you guys some pictures. I'll probably show it at the end. I had to change how I dressed. I had to change the people I hung around. I had to change the things that I gave priority and time to, because wives are intentional when it comes to dedicating our time and effort and our efforts. We need to shift our mindset, right? Because if you don't shift your mindset, there's no change that's going to come about. Okay, everything will stay the same. You will see no growth. So that's why I don't agree with the fully sitting in your singleness. Yes, you need to be single in the legal sense, but have a wife mindset and be active in doing things to change your situation. Absolutely. And that's the part too. We are going to talk about that when I get to this next slide, successful. Because you can't be getting bust down talking about I'm getting ready for my husband. Because I'm going to tell you really clear, and the men can probably back me up on this. Men don't want used wombs. Y'all don't want used wombs. Men want a woman that is keeping her legs closed. That you don't have a reputation around town as being easy. Oh, I know her. Oh, you hit that? I hit that too. You don't want that. A man don't want that. And you shouldn't want that for yourself. Okay? And we're going to touch base on that in a minute. So I said it here. Although you are preparing for your husband, you are taking care of you first in your singleness with the mindset of preparation. Okay? You need to think about if your husband stepped to you today, what would he see? It's when I'm doing my assessments as a social worker and people tell me the house is dirty. Okay, what do you mean by the house is dirty? If I walked in there today, what would I see? Would you be pleased with what your potential husband would see? Or would you be fully ashamed? You need to think about that when you're making certain decisions as a wife, okay? So I have here, this is where self-development begins. This is where the investment into yourself begins, okay? So we're going to talk about that because women, we need to know and recognize that the way that we're living is not okay. We need to make some type of adjustments if we're not getting the results we desire, okay? So wives assess and take inventory, okay? Can y'all see that? Hold on. Can y'all see that? Y'all, I don't know what's going on. I might have to reshare it. Hold on. Look, I was in here cooking, okay? Don't want to be great. Between YouTube and this app. All right, we're going to share. So, like I was saying, wives assess and take inventory of their situations, okay? You must take assessment of your situations, okay? You need to know what is going on, okay? Hold on, let me see something. All right, I'm gonna just leave it like that. You need to know and be aware of where you are. Hold on. Let me do something right quick because I'm all messing up, getting ready to really cook over here. Child, I should have just not did what I did the first time. So hold on. Let's see. Let's see how it look now. Can y'all see that now? That look better? All right. So as wives, we're going to assess and take inventory. Thank you, Chelsea, for holding me down. You have to not only become aware of your limitations and weaknesses, but you must hold yourselves accountable and then take action. You must be honest with yourself and your situation. So if you know that you want to become the best wife that you can be, how do you know when you have areas to have and make improvements upon? So ladies, when you know, or when there are things that, when we heard what the men said, right? The men said, we want a woman that's cooperative, that is kind, that is supportive, that is physically attractive. She cares about her body. How do you even know when you need to make those changes and adjust? Can y'all please let me know, ladies? What is going to be a key indicator to you that, you know what, hold up, stop the phone, stop the presses. I need to change something. How are you going to know that? I need y'all to tell me, how do you know? Let me tell you how I knew I needed to make a change. So I was fortunate enough as a young adult to do a lot of traveling because I was an advocate for youth in foster care. I spent a lot of time going on airplanes, going here to there to present. The first eye-opening thing for me, because I'm going to talk about physical, okay? When I was on the airplane and I had difficulty fitting in the seat, like it was uncomfortable for me, or when I couldn't fit the clothes that I could fit 3 months ago. Okay. That is how I knew. Or if men approached you in a way where they only wanted you for recreational use, even if you didn't pursue them, men approaching you with no plans could be an indicator that there's something about you that is giving that off, right? Or if a person flat out tells you, you know, you've gained some weight, are you okay? Or I haven't heard from you, or you sound a little angry, right? Is everything all right? Like you're going to get some type of feedback from somebody, right? Hello, Chantel, how are you? Yes, thank you for being here. And thanks to everybody for being here. So we're just talking about being wife ready. So I had to listen to feedback. So thankfully, I did have people in my life who would have conversations to me. But first and foremost, I had a level of self-awareness, okay, about what was going on with me. Okay, so that's what I mean about assessment. If you are already in shape, but say if you take advantage of that and you choose to exploit yourself and wear certain types of clothing, if you choose to walk around because you're young and you're cute and you can wear whatever, you're only going to attract certain type of men. Okay, I put that short on my channel the other day of that woman. Now she wasn't in shape, but she big as a house, sloppy, and she's wearing that type of outfit. You're not getting no man that's going to take you seriously. See, women like that want to show up dressed like that, and then they want to talk about how men are intimidated. No, a man not going to, you're for recreational use, if that. Okay. Your weight, my sexy and strong just said it. She said her weight impacted her ability to date. It does. I don't care what you say. Your weight will hinder you. Okay. Them 20 pounds. See, when you're young, you think you can eat whatever you want. You can rip and run. You don't get no sleep. Okay. You keep that up. So imagine you doing those things and you in your 20s and you don't change. Then you get to be 30 and you don't change. I don't think that anybody who's single and young should be walking around with unnecessary weight unless you have a true medical issue that's beyond your control. If you are able-bodied and active and you could do whatever you else, you shouldn't be fat and overweight. That's just period. And I knew that. So I chose to do something about it. I lost 40 to 60 pounds. Okay. I went to college, got lazy, freshman fit, eating whatever I wanted to eat. I had to leave college because it was just too much for me. I left college, I got my own place, and I actually did better. I dropped that weight. I was serious. I would go to the track. That is how I began my fitness journey. Okay. I bought a dog. Okay. I lived alone. Okay. I had a car. I worked part-time. Actually, and I also decided to not go to school full-time anymore. I bought a dog. I had a transportation. I had a great job. Okay. And I prioritized my health because I knew if I wanted to be a wife, I had to change and do something different. So I say this to say, as women, we talk about that sisterhood circle. You need to have women around you that are going to hold you accountable. They don't have to be aggressive or disrespectful, but you know, you need to have people in your corner that's going to tell you right. If you have males in your life, whether it's a friend that they don't, is truly a friend, you don't have any sexual interest in one another, and they can talk to you, listen to your friend that's a male, an uncle that you trust, a brother that you trust. Listen to them, okay? Because if you're around a bunch of women that don't desire to be a wife, you're going to think that what you're doing is perfectly fine, and it's not. And I saw where I was headed, and I had to nip that in the bud. And I will also say this too, because I see what T Sweet says. She says, yes, me being 5 foot tall. See, I thought I was short. Every time I see Chelsea, and Chelsea's a tall girl, okay? So, I mean, anybody taller than me I think is tall. I'm only 5'3", okay? But you're shorter than me. 5 feet, 160 pounds, that would be heavy for you. Okay. And you saw them back rolls. Absolutely. So you got to correct it. You're going to have to understand that that's not okay. But on the other hand, you don't have to be a size 0 or 2. Okay. Before I had kids, I was like an 18. I got down to a 10, 12. That's how serious I was about my fitness and my health. Okay. My mother wasn't big like that. My sister wasn't big like that. It's no excuse for me to be big at that young and have no kids. Because when you have children, you are going to gain. And even when you have children, it's still no excuse to not take care of your health. So when anyone tells you that your fitness don't matter, don't believe them. They're lying to you, because you are further diminishing your opportunities to find a suitable partner. So let's start there. Also, if you do not know how to cook, you need to start trying some recipes. There's too many resources out here. When I used to live by myself, I used to cook like I had a husband. I would be making cube steaks. I would be making, nice hearty salads, soups. I would go on social media. Okay. I would look online and just Google stuff. Although I had been already cooking since I was a teenager, you're going to have to do that for yourself. You got to prepare meals like you had a husband and some kids at home. That is how serious you need to be in your preparation to be a wife. Okay. Absolutely. Your preservation serves as your magnet. It advertises whether it matches your character or not. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, salute to you working out. And working out don't got to be, you got to have all the fancy stuff. You don't. But just set aside some time for your health. That's all I'm saying. That's first. If you can walk down the grocery store aisle, you can walk in the gym 100%. If it's safe in your community, walk in your community. If you live in an apartment complex and they have a fitness center that you can access, use the gym. You're paying for it anyway. Yeah, and see, there you go. This is what I'm talking about. You hit it right on the nail, T Sweets. You went in a store and you saw a beautiful dress and you knew you couldn't fit it, or you wanted to wear those type of things. So it sparked a sense of urgency in you. That's what I'm talking about. No one should be fat unless they have health issues. You can't keep blaming being fat on you didn't have kids a decade ago. The kids are damn near grown. You're going to have to do something. Okay? Yep. And I appreciate your transparency. You know what I'm talking about. You diminish your likelihood of getting picked and the likelihood of you not getting, because you can still get a man. If you could do none of these things and get a man, but you won't get a quality man that will be a good leader. You don't want a King Pookie that we've been talking about all week. Okay? So what does Chelsea say? I remember you mentioning, Harry, how one of the ladies passed out at the wheel. Yeah. Men want you in good health because you want to be a good and the best fitness that you can to bear children. Okay. And then what else I want to say? Yeah. And that is true. And that's when I say health too, definitely address the mental health. One of the things that I regret not doing at a younger age was seeing a therapist. I have seen therapists before, but at that particular time when we are as young adults, 18, 19, 20, you look at therapy as, I don't need it, I could just fix it on myself. No, you can't. You need a therapist. If you are a young person working and you have insurance, you should see a therapist. Okay, you should be vetting out therapists like you would vet out anything else that you want to do, and talk to that person to kind of iron out those issues, because again, men also want you to be emotionally mature. Okay, I will say this too: when you officially become married, you're not going to completely be 100% free of the things that you had to deal with, but a man will still be okay with you if if he knows that you're working towards those areas. Okay, when I got married, and even when my husband and I first met, there was a lot of my single woman ways that I had to lose. I was stubborn as a mule. Okay, and I had to work through those things. And this is why it's important that you are cooperative, because when a man is your husband and you guys come together, he's going to have to be able to help mold you to meet the program for the family and the lifestyle that you are desiring to have. This is why being married at a young age is important. Okay, the younger you are, and it's not about being manipulated. Okay, but you've not lived life long enough on your own to where you can be impacted by things that don't serve you as a wife. When you're married, there's a lot of things that I can't speak to. I don't even know what it's like to be on the dating market to a degree. Okay. Only thing I know is when I leave out my door, a man will still hit on me. That's about it. And I don't entertain men. Okay. But outside of that, I've been married for all my adulthood pretty much. This is why becoming a wife and practicing skills is important, because, and even as a young child, you know, my daughter, now I'm teaching her things, right? You cook with me in the kitchen. She greets her father pleasantly when he comes through the door. She gets some things, right? That's grooming her. That's getting her prepared for, in a positive way, for a husband. Now, and also understand this: you don't give your best qualities to any man, but her father will have an impact on her to where she'll know the difference. And she can also, Lord willing, when it's time for her to have a potential husband, he will be ran by us, and we can help her in discerning that. We are dying at vast rates, okay, because we're not prioritizing our health. And again, I'm not just speaking about exercise, because you can't outwork a bad diet. So when Successful talks about our mind state, this is why therapy is important. You need to address any traumas, any unnecessary baggage, anything like that, because it will impact your physical health. I was in foster care. I had a lot of trauma in my life. I had to unpack that. It took me years later to do it. And the only saving grace that I had besides God was that God put women in my life who were wives or just good women that could help me, and I could talk to them. But if it wasn't for those women telling me about myself and correcting me, as well as my own willingness to learn, I would be a mess, and I probably would never be an actual legal wife. Y'all please like the channel. All right. So I want to drop this down for a second. So yeah, we got to be honest with ourselves, ladies. And we talked about how we know. We just talked about some of those areas to where we could recognize when it's that time. Okay. All right. So hold on. All right. So oops, hold on. All right, so we're going to go to the next slide. Thank y'all for your patience. So now we're going to talk about wives are not on cruise control. The reason why I have this up here is because, for one, there was a comment that I got. I'm going to go over the comment in a minute, but I said it before and I will keep saying this. Wives move with a sense of urgency regarding marriage and family. Wives practice skills that take into account the needs of others. We just talked about that, right? The skill of keeping a good home, Okay. And I have a video that I would like to play after I go over this, because a woman, she did a phenomenal job of talking about this, right? You practice your cooking, you practice your skills of learning how to communicate without responding first. Learn to actively listen to the man. Okay. Men don't want you jumping the gun on things when it comes to having interactions and conversations. Okay. Again, that's showing that you are beyond reproach. You can't be worked with, and you're not being cooperative. Okay. Not nagging your man. When your man comes in your house, men said they want peace. When my husband come in, I do not unload on him about my day. Okay. We can have a conversation about it, but not when he first walks in the door, because he's already had to deal with and exchange energy with the general public all day. I'm not going to put my own issues that are really insignificant to a degree on him. Okay. Ask him how his day is going. Be pleasant for him. Okay. Those are things that wives are practicing. Okay. And you can practice those skills when you don't have a man. And I'm going to tell you how you do it. Watch how you interact with men in the general public. When you see men and you are just going about your day, just be nice to men. Smile at a man. Say, hello, how you doing? You don't got to have a long back and forth conversation, but just be nice to men in general. Like, that's a good starting point. If you got men in your family, be nice to them. Pick up the phone and call them and see how they are doing. Okay. Those are things that you can do. Practice learning how to get yourself looking nice for your husband. Okay. Throw on something nice and cute. Okay. If you have depending on how your day flows. Okay. But just look nice. Make sure your physical appearance is up to par. Okay. I ain't saying you got to be dressed to the nines, but again, care about your physical appearance. All right. Learn how to support your husband. Give him some words of encouragement. We don't want to use our tongue as swords when we're engaging and talking to men. Okay. What else? Oh, another thing. Learn how to apologize to men when you are wrong. Okay. It could be a man at work. It could be a man in the community. But too often we see it happens so much, it's mind-boggling. A woman will blatantly be rude and disrespectful and don't take no ownership to my husband in the general public. Like, it's just that bad. Those are good skills to practice today. Okay. Without you actually having a man. Also, I have here that women, we are not designed to bear children throughout our lifetime. The longer we prolong marriage, the more difficult it becomes on us physically, psychologically, and emotionally to rear children. I used to tell myself this stupid thing. Okay. This is before I was fully focused on becoming a wife. Because to be honest, I would tell myself, okay, I'm going to just work. I had like a dream place I wanted to work at, and I was going to travel the world. This is literally what I told myself. And women in my family supported that mess. Women in my family would tell me, you should just go to work or just get a job, get a career, go to college and focus on career. You don't need no man. Okay. No one ever told me this is how you go about dating. This is how you attract a husband, but they couldn't do it because they didn't have no husbands. Okay. That wasn't their mindset. So I can give them some grace. You can't get something from a person that they don't have it in them. Right. So also, I'm going to tell y'all this too. Just we're not going to tussle about this. You're going to have to look at your friendship circles, ladies, today. If you got women in your life that are not marriage minded and it will become an issue for them, you're going to need to cut them off slowly but surely. I used to think it was an isolated thing when I became married and the friend. First of all, I didn't have a lot of friends to begin with. But when I got married and then I had children, it just got even more clear and it was just downhill from there. But it made sense. And we don't have any beef or anything, but it was just clear that the trajectory of my life was just totally different. And we just obviously wanted different things, which is okay, to each his own, right? But you're going to know that it's nothing personal. You're just going to have to move forward with the mindset that when you begin to be focused on your journey for being the best wife and becoming a wife and mother, you're not going to really have friends like that. Okay. I'm just going to keep it a buck. You're going to have a few friends but they still going to have to fully be and respectful and invested in the fact that you are putting your marriage first, your family first, and that's that. It was even more, I don't know why my stream does that, but it was even more difficult with family because your family is typically your first friends, right? You got cousins and all that type of stuff. Y'all, it wasn't YouTube. It's just this app. I don't know what it is. Hold on, let me try something. All right. I don't know what's going on. My stream always does that. When I watch the playback, it always does this. Thank y'all for y'all patience during this trying times. And to be honest, I never even questioned it. It was just like, I just accepted it. We never even had a conversation about it. It just happened kind of naturally, because if your friends are still ripping, running the streets and you're into your home and your marriage, then they know you're probably not with it anymore. Hold on. So what does my sis say? I will say I want to see more Black men and women in the gym and into fitness. The Black fitness community is small. Hello. I went to the gym for the past 2 weeks. I've been having gym dates with my husband, and we go whenever we can. We don't really get to go during the week that often because our schedules are different, but we at least try to go at least once or twice a month together as a family. The gym we go to has a children's gym. The children go with us, but they go in there, they play with the other kids. And then my husband and I, we will take turns working or doing each other's workout regimen. But fitness, I'll say this, fitness was important to both me and my husband because my husband was a school athlete. So he was into basketball. So my husband can do some miles like it's nothing. I'm quite jealous of him, to be honest, that he really can do that road work. But it is really small. You typically only see either older Black women that's in the gym. I start to see a little more of women in the gym, but to be honest, it's more the younger girls that's in the gym as far as Black women. There's always more Black men in the gym, and that's been at every gym I've ever been to. The Planet Fitness, the what was the other gym? The Powerhouse Gym. It's just always been more men. Okay. Yep. Do not marry and expect your spouse to be your therapist. No, you do not do that. Hello. Now, there's some Black men in my gym. Chelsea know what I'm talking about. And what does hello, Brother Lawrence, thank you for being here. So in mathematical terms, keep algebra, calculus, and geometry in the world. The house should be in addition and subtraction only. Facts. Keep the home simple. That's it. That is absolutely it. And I'm going to say this too. Women, we talked about this a little bit. I don't even know if we really touched on it. I'm going to tell you this now too. I just said a little rant about it, but I ain't going into detail. The satellite men that you got in your back pocket and that's orbiting you. Y'all know what satellite men are, right? Yes, please subscribe to my channel if you're watching from the clouds and you like what I'm doing. It shouldn't take you 6 months. You know you want to come over here and get this good information. I appreciate that feedback. I'm going to be honest with you. Outside of you like Chelsea, Almond Eyes, and a couple other women, and then now you, I don't really get that much feedback from women about my show. My channel, if you don't know, is now 70% men and 30% women, even though my channel is for women. And I think that's just how channels like this go. I think Chantel Simone has way fewer watchers and subscribers of her content as well. It's mostly male dominated. I think I understand why. Because men want to hear women, and it's not a lot of us that talk with some sense on here. Yeah, I like to be critical in what I'm saying. It is hard. It is hard to swallow. And I thank you for that feedback because, like I said it before, I never want to come here like, oh, I'm perfect and this, that, because I am. That's just a cap. I'm sitting up here telling y'all about satellite men. I had satellite men when I met my husband, and guess what? Access denied. Like King Pookie said, we cannot, like, you think, and even when you don't have the ill intentions, a man don't, that's that trust and that respect that we talked about earlier for the top 10 qualities that a man want. A man don't want to have to second guess his wife and her motives. Okay. Like you setting them up or something like that. You're going to have to get rid of the men. If you want to be a wife and you're preparing to be a wife, if those men don't want you to be their wives, and they more than likely have demonstrated that, you shouldn't have them in your back pocket anyway. Delete the phone numbers. If you even have to change your phone number, you may have to do that. Okay. If it's just that bad. Okay. You cannot have men in the background, because if a man start to see you get men blowing up your phone all times a day, and you getting these texts, and you can't account for that. And if you do have men in your life, if the man can't meet your potential husband, then you need to second guess what you're doing. You need to really think about, is this man that you quote unquote calling your friend, is he worth jeopardizing your future right here with your husband? If the man can't meet your husband, then he's really not a friend of yours. And that's just where I stand on that. You got men. I remember I did have some guys that were still friends with me on social media, on Facebook, and I announced my engagement. I had totally forgot about it, y'all. This is how long it had been that they were probably my friends on Facebook or whatever. And I use that term friend loosely. And I announced my engagement. Here they come in the DMs. Dang, what happened? Ain't nothing happened. You weren't checking for me, and I wasn't checking for you. Okay? We were not checking for each other. Okay? So you're going to really think about getting rid of them extra men that you might keep around for paying your bills, let knock you down. Again, you shouldn't be having sex with them other men anyway. Okay? Friend zone. You can't even have a friend zone. The no zone. Because you're not getting into my space, invading my peace. Okay? Yes, we can chat privately. And I'm telling you, I've made a lot of mistakes. I have been with a Pookie and knowing this man ain't had no intentions for me, slowing me down. You need to know and get away from those men, because they're not going to change. Okay? You're going to have to leave them situations and get on the path to get your husband. Okay. Yep. Access denied. Okay. Yeah, there are some chameleons around here. I got called a chameleon on the panel like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I didn't take it personal. They just didn't like the fact that I was trying to say, I mentioned something about men, and they just took that and ran with that and said that basically I was saying that men need to do anything. And I was still talking about women. I just said women need to get their ass off their shoulders and allow men to give them some feedback. But the fact that I said men, they just took that and just started going in. Y'all, the chat was in shambles. But again, I don't care. Because when you put yourself out here, you are exposing yourself to have criticism. And I don't really care about that, because I know I'm doing work over here. Because I didn't have anybody to talk to me. I have a 19-year-old stepdaughter. That what I'm telling y'all today, I'm telling her, and been talking to her since she was 17. What you like when you have children, the same way we talk to our children about the careers that we're going to have, a part of your life is family. Okay. What type of future do you want for yourself? Besides just that, do you want a family? I know it may seem a bit strange, but I tell my kids, do you want to be married? They say, yeah, I want to be married. I want to have my wife, and my sons are 11. Okay. My daughter is telling me I want to be married and have 10 kids, and she want to be a vet. Okay, baby, whatever you want to do. But as long as you understand that you should be a wife before you have anybody's child. Okay. That's what I'm concerned about. Yep. We have men in our lives that's taking up space. Let me tell you about a man I had. He was so fine. He was so fine. I mean, so fine. Very cool guy, but I knew we wasn't going nowhere. Satellite man. I had to get rid of him. Too fine. Okay. Blocking my blessings. That I was blocking my own blessings because I dealt with that. Situationships. Men don't want you in those situationships. First of all, it's dangerous for men. Okay. You can't have men in your access to you and you want to be a wife. That sounds stupid. I just heard this one chick, she said it perfectly on the panel. You can't be, out here slobbing on knobs talking about I'm wife ready. You slapping on random knobs, letting men get turned, and you want to be a wife. Okay? It doesn't work like that. You cannot be wife ready doing street things. It just don't go together. Okay? If you're serious, again, I'm only talking to women that want to be wives. If you want to be out here thotting and bopping, that is your choice. And this is for any woman at any age. Your cutoff game, you're going to have to be so strong on your cutoff game. Okay, if y'all have sexual relations, you're going to have to really get in your word. You're going to have to really pray. You're going to have to fast, whatever you need to do, okay, to be on therapy. Keep them legs closed. Okay? You're going to have to do it. Even if you dry phones is better than men who ain't about nothing. Hello, you can't be pressed for men. Okay? You need to be pressed about getting yourself prepared. Okay? Addressing your attire, addressing your femininity, addressing your cooking skills. Okay? Learning how to get up every day. The one thing that I had in my favor is that I've always been an early riser. So learning that when you have children, you got to get up before your children. If you want order, at least that's how I see it. My kids shouldn't be waking me up in it's school time, okay? Because I'm set up and laid around, okay? Every now and then, okay, maybe on the weekends, but on a regular day, we have things to do as a family, being productive. No, I'm getting up before y'all. I'm at the gym 4:30 in the morning, coming back home, getting breakfast started for myself and my family. Children are getting woken up. Brushing our teeth. Like that is the mindset. If you a person that like to hang out all night, you're gonna have to change that. Okay? You can't be in the club talking about ready to be a wife in that degree. Yeah, they do. They crave attention everywhere and from anything and from anyone. It is in style to be modest. It is in style to keep your legs closed, okay, for your husband, okay? Men, what did Lauren say? The OJs, backstabbers. You don't be no backstabber, okay? Phone so dry, it's damn near cracked. That's what your phone need to be. Yep, a husband is required. 110%. Raising children it's difficult even when you have a spouse. So imagine being a single mother. This is why I have this post here. Okay, let me go over this right quick, y'all. Girl, can somebody have some daughters for my sons with some sense? Anybody in here? Okay, we'll see you in about 10 years. So this woman here, this was a conversation that we were having from a post about being a baby mama, right? Single baby mama flex or something like that. Baby mama flex. And so this young woman, and she was sensible. There was some back and forth we had. I didn't post all that because we ain't got that type of time. But I wanted to post this because this is just the mindset I'm talking about. We talk about the urgency. She don't have a sense of urgency because she thinks that her age is that young to where she can just waste time and you don't have time to waste. So let me just read this. So in her response to my video was, I am personally fine with being a single mom by surrogate or adoption if I cannot find a suitable partner by a certain age. I am 27, so I know I have time. Okay, let me read that back. I am 27, so I know I have time. And I'll most likely find my partner soon. Y'all think she moved with a sense of urgency? Put a 1 in the chat if you think she moved with a sense of urgency. If she thinks she has time. If 1 in the chat, if she got all the time. 2, if time is not on her side. Let me continue. But if that is not the case, I would be fine with being a mom by surrogate. I want a child eventually, and it's not like I'm broke. You just heard my sexy is strong. She said too. My sexy is strong just said she wants her daughter to not be a baby mama like her. And you got this woman right here talking about money is the equalizer to being a parent in the absence of a good father. Okay. 222. We in room 222. Rick Ross. Okay. All twos. What they hit for in the lottery. Time is not on your side. I'm going to tell y'all a funny story. Y'all probably already know. I shared it on my community tab, but let me go through this. I want a child eventually, and it's not like I'm broke. I get paid well and have a great job. So I did it. I did have a child. So if she's trying to say, so if I did have a child by surrogate or adoption, the child and I will be fine because he wouldn't be struggling financially. Y'all need to stop playing with your life. Let me tell y'all something. I remember being 27 like it was yesterday, and I'm 37 today. Just turned 37 2 months ago. Okay, almost 3 months ago. I remember my sons are 11. When I tell people that my sons are 11, they can't believe it. I can't either. When you have children, it definitely puts things in perspective about time. I am a middle-aged woman. I don't care if you think I don't look like one or none of that. I am a middle-aged woman. Time is not on your side. I remember 21 like it was yesterday. I remember 18. Y'all understand what I'm saying. Twos, all twos. You don't have time. You don't have time, young ladies. I just showed that clip earlier of the 24-year-old woman that said, I was playing around. Okay. She said, I was playing around with my time. And she recognized that at 24. She said, I don't have time to waste. Okay. I didn't show the whole clip, but it was a really good video. She's basically taking ownership to say, I did some things wrong and I don't have time. 27, we don't know when she's going to be 28. To me, she sounds like she want a man to fall off the damn sky and she ain't going to do no work. You've given up on yourself already. You don't need a child. And then second of all, you're looking for a stepdaddy situation because most men are not going to sign up to be stepfathers. They're not signing up to be stepfathers like they used to do. The list is dwindling. Okay. And if a man does sign up to be a stepfather, you have to be an exceptional woman. Your money don't make you an exceptional woman. Okay. And she probably is a very sweet girl. She wasn't rude in her conversation with me. Okay. She was trying to gain some understanding in her second response. But the money is not enough. Money helps. Tell me you stupid without telling me you're stupid. Absolutely. You don't have time on your side. I just failed on ice the other day. Bust my ass. If I would have failed 10 years ago, it would have been a lot quicker for me to get up off that ground. Okay. And the only reason why I'm not as in much pain as I could have been is because I work out. And I do some physical activity. Okay. So again, ladies, no, I was serious as a heart attack child. I failed getting kids stuff out the car to bring in the house to make treat bags in 30 minutes. Don't ever do that. That is ghetto. Okay. Don't ever do that. They said, oh, I just want to take treat bags. Like what? Oh, let me just go pull some candy out my back pocket and stuff it in some bags for 25, 30 kids. But anyway, yes, girl, loan stuff out the trunk of my car, and it was really icy that day. Yes. Mine aren't laughing at me. Y'all, the feet fell from right up underneath, and I had on boots. And again, I'm not sitting up here like I was just 100%. My husband could tell you, I had a lot of learning to do. He had a lot of patience with me. Okay? A lot of patience with me and still does. But the amount of growth that I've had under his leadership that is for the benefit of me as an individual, as a wife, and as a mother, I wouldn't have gotten that as a single woman. Okay? We didn't come from, silver spoons. My husband was a product of a single mother. Unfortunately, my husband's father was murdered when he was a child, 4 or 5 years old. He didn't have his father in his life. And thankfully, my husband, I still was able to pick an amazing man, okay, that had more than potential, okay? We beat the odds. Statistics said alone I should have been a single mother because I grew up in the system. I shouldn't even have had a degree, okay? So even despite your circumstances, even where you are today, so when we go back to that slide I talked about assessment, be honest with yourself. Stop lying to yourself. I had to stop lying to myself about my happiness. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing something really quick because I want y'all to see what I'm talking about here. Okay, I'm going to show y'all a picture. Hold on. And thank y'all for being here. I'm about to show y'all something. All right, can y'all see that picture? Can y'all see that? Do y'all see this picture right here? Y'all, this was me. I was 21. Y'all. Hello, my brother, Wrench Turner. Good to see you. Thank you. I'm doing my duty. I'm doing my work here. Yep. Young, fine, and miserable, Chelsea. Young, fine, and miserable. I had no business being in the club because I was a wife, but I wanted to be with everybody else doing what everybody else is doing, miserable. Okay. I worked hard. I lost a lot of weight. Okay. I could wear whatever I wanted. Okay. Could get the best of the best. Okay. And I say that loosely. I'm talking about good men that probably drive nice cars. You know, I could pull them type of men. I could. I had that to my advantage at my age. Theo's crazy. Okay. This is why you can't put so much. You get in your best shape to look good, but don't place all your energy on your looks either, because men can smell that a mile away. They will play on that if you allow them to. And not all men. I'm talking about particular types of men. Okay. Don't be naive. Okay. I could get options. This is the benefit. I have had engineers approach me, men from all type, but that wasn't enough because it's also not enough to be a man that's high earning either. One thing about me, I was never a gold digger woman. Okay. I could care less about what a man drove or any of that. I never cared about that. That was just not a priority. I cared about a man's integrity. Okay. Pookies. Okay. Bad pookies, but I was miserable going to the clubs instead of sitting my fast ass down somewhere. Okay. You're going to have to sit down. You're right. And it's not. And that's the point that I was making. That's why when we see women that's talking about, they're all these requirements for a man, right? But then they can show up looking like whatever. You know what I'm talking about? They could be big as a house. They don't wear their own hair from time to time, bad attitudes. And then you could get a man, but he's not a quality man. And even if you do look good, you still can get a man that they ain't about nothing. So you need to use your discernment, ladies, to not be pressed just to have a man, to know what it is that you want. And you need to still have standards. Men are telling you what their standards are, but what standards do you have for yourself? Okay. So let me stop sharing this, y'all. Let me see. Oh, I got a funny video to show y'all. A funny photo too. I remember we was talking about them wigs. I told y'all about that. I got a photo for you, Condemnia. I told y'all about that sewing I had. I'm about to show y'all. I wish Bella was in here. Woo, child. Sew in. Okay. A mess. Can y'all see that? Hold on, let me see if I can y'all, ghetto so in. I got talked about so bad by my husband. He was not having it, y'all. But I'll say this too. A man, depending on who you are, and as long as certain things are not too outrageous, absent of wearing wigs and weaves, if it's tasteful, for the most part, it's not blonde and pink and green and blue, and it looks somewhat decent, a man may oversee that. It's to each man his own. But a man may not care about that if you're cooperative, if you are supportive, if you are a good helpmeet working with him, and you are already a wife. A man could probably oversee that, overlook that. Yes, he roasted the hell out of me, Theo. He was not having that. How I go from that one picture I showed y'all to this? How that work? That don't go together, okay? And I want to show you another picture. All right. I had a video I wanted to show y'all before we wrap up, because I think this is an amazing video with some phenomenal tools from another person. This is a woman older than me, okay? And she had some great insight. Hold on. I don't think this is the right one. Hold on, y'all. I be telling y'all I'll be messing stuff up. Okay, here it is. So I'm gonna let this one play. Okay, hold on. All right, here it is, y'all.
But before we get started, I want to address a couple of comments about whether or not I take clients who aren't necessarily in shape. My whole goal with this is to make a fast impact by putting disciplined men with disciplined women, and those men are looking for wives who are fit. But you know, I'm a firm believer that if you want to get fit, you can. Kind of have to get rid of the 3 B's though. The first B is the belief that you can't get fit. The second B is that you can do it in baby steps. And the third one is that you have to have balance, because you don't. If you put pure focus on fitness for the next 90 days and you change how you eat, you change how you think about yourself, and you change your activity level, you could see a dramatic change in how you feel, how you look, and the vibration that you send out. I'll say again that we should want to be healthy women. We should want to be healthy so we can have healthy children, so that we can have the energy to hang out with them, so that we can go into older marriages with our spouses and not worry about diseases. We should develop habits that make us really good wives. One is getting up early. 2 is exercising and drinking water. 3 is learning how to cook the meals that make our families healthy. And I think women don't understand that when they send their children to school, or they send them out through the day, and they don't have them nutritionally balanced, that could result in the family having problems with the school. That could result with them having development problems. These are things that I believe wives are responsible for. And then here's where I may step on a few toes. I think that your home should be scheduled. I think that you should have an idea of when you do your tasks that support a happy home. For instance, every day I do 1 load of laundry, and I cook 2 meals. I do general cleaning on a daily basis, and I do deep cleaning once a week. Everything doesn't get deep cleaned every week. 1 week it's the bathroom, 1 week it's the kitchen with the refrigerator, another time it could be reorganizing the closets. If you can fit all of that in with a full-time job and your side gig and all of the other things that you're trying to do from a more career perspective, then great. But keep in mind that in the traditional sense, that's your primary role. And if that means that you have to eliminate your social activities in order to put those things in place outside of work, then you may want to consider doing that. And in order to have a flow with a good man, you're going to want to present that before you get married. So put your girls on the back burner, get your house in order, and let's start going down this path.
Hello. What y'all think about that video? I loved her delivery, her tone. She was Bars, okay? I loved it. I loved it. And my takeaway from her video is that just don't delay, right? It will never be perfect. If you want everything to be perfect before you put in the work, then you're never going to obtain your husband that is probably waiting for you. But he won't be waiting too long if you are, slow footing around, I should say. Definitely with the schedule of doing things, get in the habit of utilizing journals, or you have a phone. So put those things in your calendar. My husband and I, we both share in those tasks because we understand that we both work, right? And so with us both working, we rotate on certain tasks, or there are just some tasks that he's better at than I am. And he does those tasks while there are tasks that I am really great at. Also, now that we have children who are old enough, they help out with tasks as well, because you're going to learn today that you can help with learning how to keep your personal space as well as common areas clean. So we have them help us as well with doing those things. Let's see, B-Say. We got Wilbert here. Hello to the High Value Hero / Father of the Year. Yes, get your house in order, because I will be doing that when I am finished here, y'all. I got dishes to wash, got dinner to make, right? You want to just do those skills as soon as you can, ladies. Learn those skills. You will have to adjust. You are going to have to pivot, especially once children come into play. But it'll be a lot less difficult to adjust once you get a solid foundation and a routine established for accomplishing and tackling those tasks. Okay. Let's see. Thank you for the feedback. If anybody is new here and you are not subscribed to the channel yet, please hit that subscribe button. I'm on the road to 1K subscribers. Chelsea is so close. She has hopefully you got like 100, less than 100 subscribers, but she's like 800 and something, so close to the 900. So yes, I understand. Look, he is an amazing father. Thank you, Wilbert. Wilbert has a whole family, okay, young family, him and his beautiful wife and his beautiful children. Delivered his daughter 2-3 weeks ago in his home. And so he still is able to come in and say hi to us and just be a support. So I just thank you for being here. I'm looking forward to your channel. Please let us know when it is up and going so we can support you. Yes, please like this video. So consider subscribing. You're going to get there. You are so close. You talking about whatever it takes. Yes, please check out Chelsea's content. You talk about somebody that is just fully organized and doing all the things. She can do it. Okay. And she does it very well. Okay. In a very classy way. Okay. And so you're about to start your second channel. I would love to start a second channel, but I want to get this one monetized first, and then I will work on that. I think I was going to do one just as like an experiment of something. But yes, put y'all channels in the chat if you have a channel. Chelsea, I know you have a channel. Theo, who else has a channel? Almond Eyes has a channel. Please put your channel in the chat. Y'all, it's 3 o'clock. We've been hanging out this entire time. Let me see. If y'all love this, let me know in the chat if I should do what I should cover on the next wife series. I tried to start from like a perspective of just the women, the things that we need to do to get ourselves together. Because again, I'm not a fan of, it's nice to talk about what we ain't doing, but let's talk about what we can do in addition to that. Okay. Let's see. So wait a minute. Hold on. Hold the phone. Wrench Turner. I don't know if you are still here, sir, but I want to say thank you for blessing me with the $25 Cash App, sir. I am so appreciative and thankful for you, because you do not have to do that and utilize your own resources to support me. So I am so appreciative, okay, for your support and believing in my message. And that means the world to me. You being here was more than enough, but when you support through your dollars, that really makes it loud and clear the level of support that you have for what I'm doing. And it helps to encourage me even more to do what I need to do and make my channel better. Because y'all, I'll be struggling over here. I do have a goal of getting some type of soundboard, because y'all are not going to leave me behind and in the dust with having the good sound bites. And I have a lot that I want to use. So, yep, you were saying the same thing. You want to get monetized before you start a second channel. Yeah, that makes sense. You don't want to put all that effort and you want to just build that channel up. Please drop a link to your channel. Please check out Smoke and Talk. They go live tonight. What'd you say? So you said people really seem like my voice is going to get me reading audiobooks. Ooh, yes, we do like your voice, Theo. That is a fact. Hello, C. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate you for stopping by so very much. And I think I got another Cash App, so I want to make sure I didn't forget you. Hold on. Thank you, Cooley. I hope I said your name right, but thank you so very much for the $10 Cash App. I appreciate you so very much, because no one is giving out $10 or $25 in the street. Okay, let's keep it a buck. So I am so appreciative and thankful for your support as well. And then, so wait a minute. So Corey Joe is saying he just subscribed to you, Chelsea. Yes, please. We're going to get Chelsea over the threshold, okay? Because she's just that close. And we want her there because she's been dropping the gems and the knowledge for the past couple of years. And so we're going to support Chelsea. So yes, my Sexy is Strong is going live. She's finishing her outline and getting her food ready. I thank you for being here. I understand. Look, that's what I be doing. Taking my notes, y'all, be having little agendas, and we be having to do this thing because I'm trying to be better. The lead attorney said you should have a script and outline. Sometimes I will just come up here and shoot from the hip. But when it's topics like this that require a little more detail, I like to have notes. I like to have things in order. So I appreciate you for just being here, and all of you guys for being here, for your likes, subscribes, for subscribing, commenting, because that keeps my channel in motion and lets YouTube know that people like what I'm doing over here. Yes, please check out Chelsea's channel. As you all being young women, it's nice for you to hear from other younger women as well. Yes, subscribe to my Sexy is Strong's channel. Yep, she goes live every Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Please go back and watch some of her content from Wednesday and other days, because you're not going to be disappointed, okay? She's giving people like me a run for my money, and she should, because she has a different perspective, and she knows how to navigate stuff that I don't know how. Okay, but nonetheless, I learn a lot from Chelsea and other women and other creators in this space. And yes, shout out to Rich Turner and all of you guys for the support. You are the stream sponsor, and everyone saying thank you, guys. Yes, please consider subscribing to Monarch Travel. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all this. Next week, I may move my live stream around because I'm having some work done. Okay, a medical procedure. It's not nothing that serious, but the bottom line is that I won't be able to talk. So I'm either going to move the stream up a day, but I don't want to do that because Chelsea streams on Wednesdays and she be cooking for 2 hours, and I'm not expecting Chelsea to then hop on my live stream while I'm cooking. Okay, so I'll figure out something. If I don't live stream next week, maybe I'll do another live stream tomorrow. Y'all let me know, but I will be out of commission for pretty much the entire 4 or 5 days when my show would usually occur. Okay, let me see. Yeah, we love Theo's voice. We do. Like, you should just, yes, read those books. Okay, the ladies will surely flock to the channel. Theo, you're so innovative. You were quick to the draw, Theo. The access denied. Yes. And you please keep the I've been drinking on there. Please keep that on there. I am in tears every time when you play that. Let's see. Theo is the man. Yes, Chelsea Wednesday. It is a great channel for women and men to hear. And even if you have daughters, please check out Chelsea's channel. She's very relatable, down to earth, and she's beautiful. Okay, let's make that clear. Yep, Modern Woman's Resume. Great content. Yep. I do my best. You know, I don't like to live in fantasy worlds. Okay. I like to think about the things that I can do differently, the things that I can do better. I think about, and like I said, marriage is not the end game, because you're going to continue to have to address the things that maybe didn't get addressed in the therapy, right, when you got married, or the things that have been just lifelong habits. We're creatures of habit. We're still people. And the end of all of these conversations, you're still people. So we want to be mindful of the human aspect, but there are some things that you just can't tolerate, though, despite all of that. So thank you guys so very much. Thank you for subbing to each other. And Theo is the new Morgan Freeman. Y'all are so funny. All right, y'all. So I thank you for being here, for hanging out with me, spending time for the feedback. Like I said, I will either go live tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow is Saturday. Either it's live tomorrow, maybe Sunday early. I don't know yet. But we'll figure it out. But I want to go live at some point before next week, when I will not be talking. Okay. So I will more than likely get out some pre-recorded content. That is my goal. Please don't hold me to it, but I post shorts probably daily to my channel. Yeah, I do. I post shorts, probably 2 shorts a day. I try to, but I had to give myself a little break last week, y'all. I was just a little spent the last week or so. And then also I had some issues with YouTube, because YouTube was coming through. They said I violated a policy and I couldn't even live stream, y'all. So that was a whole nother thing, but they went back and rectified it. So we're good now, obviously, because I'm here live streaming today. So, yes, reality. Okay. And it's not a one-way street. You know, we need to look at it as a social worker. We look at the bigger picture too. We are in an ecosystem, so things impact things. We don't have full control over everything. But the things that we can take accountability for. And so that's what we do today. So you focus on what you need to do. Hopefully this has given you some, a sense of urgency, or just something to kind of think about and consider as you move forward in your wife journey. Okay. So I thank you guys so very much for being here, and I'm signing off. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, and I will see y'all in somebody else's stream in these YouTube streets. Peace.